Hey, wonderful people. So nice to see you. I'm so excited to be here with you today. If you're watching live, hello. And if you're watching the replay, I can't wait to hear from you too. So lots of exciting things I'd love to chat about. So the first thing is, what should we do with our time together? So it's usually around about 10 minutes. And what I've been doing is sharing my reflections on my life, things that have helped me be really successful. And I know that will help you too. But I was thinking if there was anything in particular that you'd like me to talk about, maybe you have some questions that you'd like to ask me, please feel free to do that. So if you drop them in the comments now, I'll make sure that my next live session talks about them. And also, I thought I would use these live sessions to come to you with questions that my clients have asked me that I think would be really useful for you too. Anyway, that's my idea, but it's very much, I'd love to co-create this time that we have together for our chats on a Friday. So if you've got some ideas or you want to see anything in particular, just drop them in the comments below. So today I wanted to have a chat about a question that someone asked me, and it's really common because the type of people I work with tend to be really ambitious people that are non-stop, go, 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 on to the next thing. They've achieved that, whatever the goal is, and then straight on to the next. And often I actually work with a lot of perfectionists, and I am one of those too, but a work in progress. Luckily for me, I've got some tools and techniques and some neuroscience strategies to help us break free from that. But that's for another LinkedIn Live. But for this one, the question that came in was, how do you rest when you feel stressed out about the to-do list that is as long as your arm? So we know, well, at least I think we know, that logically, when we rest, we take time to recover. When we take a break, we know that we're more productive afterwards. But we've got that guilt. You know, that guilt. I know I feel it, that guilt sometimes of, oh, I can't take this 15-minute break. Actually, I need those 15 minutes to get further on that project. Or, you know, I can't take that time and meet a friend for coffee because, gosh, if I do that, that's an hour out of my day. I don't have that hour. Where am I going to get it? And I don't want to work late, or maybe I'm going to have to work late. And, you know, it goes into that spiral. I'm sure you've experienced similar things yourself. Well, here's a bit of solid advice that I do and that I gave to this person that I think would help you. Actually, I don't think, I know it will help you. The first thing is look at that massively long to-do list and think about, what am I making over urgent? So I don't know if you're like me, but I tend to want things finished earlier than they're needed by. And whilst I think that is a good practice, and just talking about my personal experience here, whilst I think that's a great practice for me, I have a tendency to make it over urgent. So if the thing, let's say, is due on Friday, I tend to make it ready for Wednesday. And sometimes that serves me, and sometimes it doesn't. So the first step would be to just look through all of that list and think about, where am I making something over urgent? The next thing to do is to look at all of that list and think about, how long will it take you to actually do those items? I've actually done this. I've had a whole A4 sheet of plain paper with all of the millions of things I've got to do, with like a little box next to them. Because I don't know, I love ticking things off so that I can like tick it when I've done it, or even better, put that nice long line through it. Well, what I do beside each of those things is I really estimate how long it will take. Will it take me an hour? Okay, if I think it's going to take me an hour, I normally add 20% more. So I do that for every single item. And then I add an extra hour in general for the breaks that I might have in terms of getting a coffee, getting something to eat, going up and down the stairs, answering the door, like an hour worth of things that I probably wouldn't have been able to plan for. And then I total up all of that time, and a real light bulb moment hits me at this point is when I realized, actually, it's not about me managing my time that's the issue. It's that I've actually overcommitted what I need to do, or what I've said I wanted to do in a day. There just isn't enough hours. And when we realize that, the next step is to then think about, okay, what are my priorities? What are the top 3 things that's really important for me to get done today? And the way I personally think about those priorities, because I obviously have my own business as a coach, I think about, is this going to bring me clients? Is this going to build trust? And those are the 2 things that I really think about. Does this activity contribute to that? And that helps me decide what my priorities are for that day. And I only choose 3. And with those 3 items, I then create deep focus time where I decide, I know this is going to sound so planned, but I decide exactly what time I'm going to do what. And it's focused. So I put my phone away, I turn it off, or I put it into a different room. I don't answer the door. I don't answer anybody or anything. And I just focus, and I actually set a timer. Because for me, the reason why that helps is this intense time has an end. Now, I'm only either doing it in half an hour sprints or hour sprints, nothing more than that usually. So then after that, and I've picked out my 3, I get a real sense of purpose, because I know these things are important and they're meaningful, and that I'm focusing on the right things rather than being busy doing everything and nothing is really being done to my satisfaction. I know that if I tick off those 3 things, and of course I know how long those 3 things are, I'm going to feel like I've progressed. And there's this massive study, I don't know, you might know about the study or not, by Amabile, that showed that I think it was 12,000 people she surveyed in business, and she found the days where people felt great about the day, like they've had a brilliant day, was the day where they felt like they made progress. So for me, that's the equivalent. I know I've made progress on the things that are most important for me and my business. So once I've done that, I should be all set to go. But if I'm not, for whatever reason, we're human, and I'm still dithering and thinking I need to do a million more things, I ask myself this question: if I soldier on right now and not have I'm talking about like a 15-minute break, if I don't have that 15-minute break and I soldier on, will I really be productive? Will I really give my best? And it requires an honest answer from me. And I know from past experience, when I just walk out that door, walk around the block and take a 15-minute walk, my energy has been reinvigorated. I come back with more clarity, and I know I do better work. So I ask myself that honest question. So there you have it, my friends. This is my framework for what I do. And I think it would be really helpful for you as well. And like with anything in life, think about this framework. Decide what you want to pick and take from it or adapt, and just make sure that it really works for you. Now, again, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are in the comments. Are you going to use this? Is it going to, I wonder if it's going to change your day. I'm sure it will. I would love to hear. So I think that's it for today in terms of our chat together. If you've got any questions, I can't see them coming up right now, but if you do, drop them in chat. And I hope this helps you have a really productive day moving forward. I have to say, it really has changed my trajectory on getting things done and being really productive. And I really hope it helps you, because people, I really want you to win in life. I really do. So on that note, I would like to say bye-bye for now. And I'll see you same time, same place next week. Bye for now.